I grew up in a small, one-traffic light town in northern New Brunswick. I think I was the only Highland dancing Christian vegetarian the town had ever seen.
When I was 18, I started looking at schools for university. My father, as loving and supportive as he is, said, "You can go wherever you want for university, but any year further than Ottawa, you can take the train because I'm not driving." It wasn't long after we packed up the bright blue family minivan and moved me to Ottawa.
University was full of all kinds of experiences. The city was a whole new world, full of interesting people, places, and food. My career perspectives changed often, perhaps daily. Many times I called my mother to say, "I know what I'm doing with my life." Each time she acted as if it was the first time we had had this conversation, when in reality we had probably had the same discussion, but with a different career objective the day before. From a doctor to a hippie, I just couldn't decide what I wanted to be.
Finally, by the end of fourth year, I decided I wanted to be a teacher. Having worked with kids and adults with disabilities on and off during university, working in special education was not only a passion, but something I could see myself doing for the rest of my life. The result was another degree from the University of Ottawa.
The education program at U of O was a lot of work, totally different than undergrad. We had classes all day, even on Fridays. It was a whole new world. Throughout my time in university, I met many great people, and I made some amazing friends.
In February of 2006, partway through my B.Ed, everything changed. My world was turned upside down.
I woke up one morning, it was a typical morning, but my vision was off. It was like having a few drinks, but without the drinks. I went to school. I still seemed off. I went to the clinic. An inner ear infection, said the doctor. I left the clinic, convinced that this would all soon go away. It was only an inner ear infection, nothing to worry about.
The next day things got worse. The weird vision got even weirder. Now I have complete double vision. I woke up to see two of everything. I closed my eyes and reopened them. Still two of everything. I managed to get ready and go to school. When I got there, a friend looked at me and said, "Please let me walk you home. You shouldn't be here."
Over the next few days, I refused to let this interfere with my life. I kept one hand over my eye and insisted I was all right, even though I really couldn't see straight. I even went to work on Saturday. We had a staff meeting, and I felt like I couldn't miss it. When I arrived at work, I was surprised to see that no one really appreciated my superhuman efforts to get there. In fact, their reaction was, "We're taking you to the doctor." We left work quickly and went to another clinic.
This time, the doctor looked concerned when he saw me. This time, he kept leaving the room to make phone calls. This time, he told me the neurology department at the hospital was aware of the situation and was waiting for me. This time, it got scary. I knew then it wasn't an inner ear infection. I was rushed for tests right away when I got to the hospital. There was no waiting room to wait for me. I was quickly admitted. They never denied what they were testing me for. They never pretended it wasn't serious. CTs, MRIs, and a spinal tap on Valentine's Day, only to give me the diagnosis I didn't want.
Leaving the hospital a week later was surreal. Well, I guess the whole experience was surreal.
Was this really my life? When do I get to wake up? I'm young, I'm healthy, and I'm only 24. Bad stuff doesn't happen, and when it does, it goes away quickly, doesn't it?
I'm lucky in many ways. My family has been so supportive. My mom and dad have been standing by my side from the first frightening phone call home.
My friends came from all directions to support me. I never realized how strong my community was until these people came from all directions, expressing their concern and asking what they could do to help. They gave me hugs, they gave me a shoulder to cry on, and they gave me jokes to laugh at. Now they help raise money for a cause that they had no idea about until last year.
I have multiple sclerosis. This is my story.